Your AI coding assistant has amnesia. Close the tab, or just let the context window fill up and compact, and it forgets what you were doing and why. Most people fix that by writing one giant status document. But that doc reloads into every future session, and quietly bloats the very context window you were trying to save. I built 4 tiny skills, and 1 rule instead. And once your AI can actually remember, you can do something better than remember. You can break a hard problem apart and hand each piece to a focused subagent that physically can't drift off task. Here's the one idea. Don't make one document carry everything. Use 2 memory stores, each doing the one thing it's actually good at. Git already holds the exact record of what changed. Every line, every commit, so you never have to describe a diff in prose again. The brief holds what Git can't, why you did it, what's blocked, and what to do next, plus a pointer back to the commit. And 1 rule makes it work, 1 source of truth, per fact. If the next session can read it from Git, it does not go in the brief. That is the whole anti-bloat trick. It's 4 narrow commands, not 1 mega tool. 2 handle continuity. Pause writes a checkpoint when you stop, or when context is filling. Resume reads a 1-line index first, then loads only the brief you pick. The other 2 handle delegation. Delegate hands 1 focused task to a fresh session. Report sends the result back. Reading 10 one-liners and pulling just the brief you need means your context starts nearly empty, instead of dragging an ever-growing status doc into every session. Delegation is where this stops being note-taking and starts being engineering. When a problem is too big for 1 context window, you don't let 1 session sprawl across all of it and lose the plot. You break it into subproblems and hand 1 piece to a fresh subagent that can only see that piece. And the brief that defines it is deliberately a straitjacket. 5 fields, each one a control. 1 task, stated in a single sentence. The exact docs to read first, because the subagent has none of your context. Numbered steps, verifiable success criteria, and hard constraints, additive only, don't touch this, ask before that. Fresh context means no contamination from your tangents. Explicit constraints mean it can't quietly redesign your repo. That's keeping it focused, and under your control, made mechanical instead of hoped for. Delegation without a return path is just fire and forget. So the loop closes through Git. The subagent commits at checkpoints, and those commits are how you review exactly what it did, line by line. When it's done, the report links back to the task that asked for it. And it's honest by design, done, partial, or blocked. If it hits a wall, it reports the blocker and lets you decide. It doesn't improvise past its mandate. Here's it working on my own shipping app. I had a data migration that was too big to trust to 1 session. So I cut it into 3 phases and delegated each one to its own subagent. Phase 1 built the scaffold. Phase 2 wired the data path. Phase 3 added the triggers. 3 bounded subproblems, 3 focused the subagents that couldn't drift, and 3 clean commits I could review. The parent session never lost the plot. And the continuity half saves you too. This week I resumed a brief that pointed at a commit from days earlier. Git showed the branch had moved 68 commits ahead since I wrote it. Because the brief pointed at Git instead of restating the diff, it didn't lie to me. It handed me a commit, and the log told the truth. 1 reconcile, 1 merge. Done. Now, the honest part. This won't lower your bill per message. It doesn't make the model cheaper or smarter. What it lowers is how much context you burn just remembering where you were. And it stops your docs from rotting into lies. And to be clear, this isn't for vibe coding. It's for agentic engineering, for when you want more control and to know exactly what's going on. No agent loop, no swarm, just plain markdown and 1 small script. You're still driving. So don't give your AI a bigger memory. Give it a better organized one. Git remembers what changed. A 30-line brief remembers why. Break the problem down, delegate 1 piece, review it through Git, checkpoint, repeat. It's 4 skills and 1 shared script. Open source, link in the description. Copy them in tonight, and your next session will pick up exactly where this one left off.